And we have more on that breaking news this evening. And let's take a live look at the Texas state capitol, where lawmakers have already been called back for a special legislative session just hours after ending the regular one. In the last hour, Governor Greg Abbott issued that special session call to ask lawmakers to focus on two big issues that they did not pass bills on this spring. KVUE's Ford Sanders is live at the Capitol tonight with the latest. Hi, Ford.
Hey, Quita, yeah, it's been an eventful legislative session for sure here in Austin. But for this special session the governor just called, well, he's asking lawmakers to focus in on two things like we talked about. That's going to be property tax reform and border security. Now, during the regular session, the House and Senate did pass House Bill 7, which would have set aside more funding for border security and created a special immigration enforcement unit. But they did not come to an agreement on that before the session ended today. And with property taxes, well, that's been an ongoing issue since early this spring. House Speaker Dave Phelan and Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick haven't been able to agree on the details and numbers of property tax relief. And even in the final hours of the session today, there were comments on the floor and tweets posted online of the two saying that they were trying to come to a last-minute agreement. But as this first special session begins, there are some other notable items that the governor has not had lawmakers address yet. That's going to be things like bail reform and school vouchers. As the 88th Texas legislature wraps up, lawmakers are left with loose ends.
So I would not pack your bags just yet.
One item that failed to make it to Governor Abbott's desk involved what Abbott called revolving door bail.
And I've cracked down on revolving door bail to keep violent criminals off our streets.
In his State of the State address, he said it allows dangerous criminals back out on the streets.
Harris County's revolving bail practice is literally killing people.
But SJR 44, a constitutional amendment that would have addressed bail reform, stalled in the House. Another issue this session was school vouchers. The Senate attached vouchers to House Bill 100, which also dealt with teacher raises and public school funding. Educators fought against tying those issues together.
They need to hear that Texans want real pay raises for teachers and real investments in our public schools that are not attached to vouchers.
And this first special session technically started at 9 p.m. tonight, essentially meaning that lawmakers have 30 days to actually pass bills on these topics. And if they don't, well, the governor, he can keep calling special sessions for them to come back and get through it. Now, the House will be back at noon tomorrow, and we're still waiting for a time from the Senate. Live from the state capitol, I'm Ford Sanders.
Still more work to be done. KVUE's Ford Sanders live at the Capitol for us tonight. Ford, thank you very much.